Hey, this is Saif, and today we talk about the second of the 3 C's which make the essential pillars of your video game. This is the camera. Why is the camera so essential? It's because it determines the perspective the player sees your world through and experiences your gameplay you create. So our game is a fast-paced speedrun platformer with some parkour elements, and to feel the action, it could have been a good thing to do it in first person, like in Mirror's Edge. This is a parkour game where you see the world through the first person, which is optimal for fast-paced gameplay and also creates high immersion for the player. But there are also some downsides, like it's hard to learn for especially new players, and sometimes you lose orientation. Mirror's Edge solved these by using a very limited color palette and highlighting some gameplay or interactive elements, or highlight the path where to go by coloring the objects in simple red, blue or yellow. This helps the player to not lose orientation and to stay in the movement flow. We also considered this for our game, but in most of the time you are platforming, so you have to kind of see your feet because you lose the feeling where you land. That's why we made the decision to go with third person, which is also not as easy as a 2D side scroller to learn or to control, but still it gives an impression of where you are in the room and you see your feet. Still, we sometimes had the problem to guess where the player figure is landing. So to solve this a little bit, we put some point lights under the shoes and made the ground textures a little bit more reflective. So then you see kind of a light reflection before you land, which gives you some expression where to land or if you will land on the platform. This helps a little bit. Also, we weren't concerned about the camera distance to the player, so we made the struggle into a feature. The camera distance is adjustable in the menu, and you can play it a little bit far away, but also a little bit closer. If you play more like far away, the camera often gets against the wall, and when it's against the wall, it does not go through it. We tried it before, but then you see what's behind, and mostly behind a level is nothing, so that was not the solution. But when you're zooming in, and especially when you go into tight angles of the level and want to have a look around, you mostly look at the butt of your character, and this doesn't help for orientation. The solution was, and then on a cozy weekend I found a new game which is called Demon Turf, and this is also a 3D platformer, and they had maybe the same issue, and let's replicate the situation there. When you get the camera close to the wall and want to look around, it disappears a little bit. It's like pixeling away, and this helps to not lose orientation when the camera is close. So we took this idea and I made a simple material node, and this easy fix solved it. So now we have an adjustable but also good camera, and the player doesn't lose the orientation. Next week we will talk about the last of the 3 C's which make the basic pillars of your game, which are the controls. We will talk about anatomy, the complexity, and also some other stuff. I hope you liked this video. See you soon. Bye bye.